Like I said, scientific research has proven that telling people about your next big idea, it actually robs you of motivation. Now the truth is, here's what happens when you announce what you plan to do. Hey, I'm Terri Savelle, your cheerleader of dreams. I pray that as you invest in yourself today, you're captivated and you're catapulted to live your dreams. Today I want to tell you why you shouldn't tell people your goals. Did you know that scientific research has proven that telling people about your next big idea actually robs you of motivation? So I just say, shh, keep your goals and your new habits to yourself. You may have heard about my new book, The 5 Things Successful People Do Before 8 a.m., based on the 5 morning habits that I started in 2002 that absolutely changed my life. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is I had no idea that these were the very habits the most successful people in the world practice. I didn't have a clue. I just knew I was in a major rut, life falling apart, marriage falling apart, no vision, no goals, no money, and I was desperate for change. Well, I didn't announce to anyone what I was doing. I just grabbed a calendar, wrote down 5 things I would do for the next 21 days straight. That was my goal. And I set the alarm. I did it the next day and the next day. Well, at the end of 21 days, I went for a month. Then I went for 2 months. Then it was 3 months. Well, that was in 2002, and you've probably heard me say this. I haven't stopped. Well, I always tell people those 5 habits, which real quick, the morning routine of praying, reading, listening to messages, writing my dreams and goals, and exercising, those 5 habits took me from ghostwriting books for other people to authoring books, from attending conferences to speaking at conferences, from watching TV for hours to hosting a TV show. But here's the thing. I didn't tell anyone what I was doing. But pretty soon, people saw the changes in me. They wanted to know, how do you know this stuff? Have you lost some weight? Where did you learn that? Or they'd say things like, you're kind of smart. It was all because I was investing in myself first thing every morning. See, what happens is many times when people get excited about adapting these life-changing habits and setting goals for themselves, the first thing they want to do is post it. Instagram, look out world, these 5 habits are starting Monday morning. Here are my top 5 goals. I got my calendar, got my book, got my alarm. It's the new me, right? Like I said, scientific research has proven that telling people about your next big idea, it actually robs you of motivation. Now, the truth is, here's what happens when you announce what you plan to do. Even just a small approval from whoever you're talking to will give you such a feeling of accomplishment as if you've already been doing the 5 habits or you've already achieved your goals. It feels incredible. Well, then what happens? You got so much reward from just the big announcement that then the actual doing it is no longer exciting. Doesn't that make sense? Tests done since 1933 have shown that people who talk about their intentions are less likely to make them happen. In fact, 4 different tests of 63 people found that those who kept their intentions private were more likely to achieve them than those who made them public and were just acknowledged by others. So once you've told people of your intentions, what happens is it gives you this premature sense of completeness. Like telling someone, it's almost as emotional rewarding as achieving it. So instead, I want you to just have the attitude of, oh, you just wait. Are you reading Terry's new book? Do you really think that that's going to help? Oh, you just wait. Did you set goals for this year? Oh, you just wait. Do you really think a morning routine can change your life? Oh, you just wait. So don't tell anyone what you're planning on doing. Don't share one detail. Instead, say absolutely nothing. And if you must speak, just let us know that we should wait and see. And trust me, people will be talking about the new you without you having to announce it. So get your calendar, start with day 1, do it again the next day, and the next day. Just practice having accountability with yourself and with God. Keep it between you and God. But I want you to have such positive expectancy that things are changing in your life. You may not see it on the outside yet, but things are changing on the inside. Just wait and see. And start looking for opportunities each day to get up and invest in yourself. I think about David in the Bible. He killed a lion and he killed a bear in private with nobody watching, but that prepared him to kill Goliath in public with everybody watching. So let God prepare you privately behind the scenes. And trust me, people are going to be asking, what happened to you? In a good way. What are you doing? How do you know this stuff? How did you do that? You know, I love the story of Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock. He says, I like this prop. He says he owes his entire career to a traumatic experience from his childhood when his family was evicted from their apartment when he was only 14 years old. He said he'll never forget the look of despair on his mom's face when she tried to explain why he couldn't sleep in his own bed that night. Well, he had a rough childhood. He was arrested 9 times by the age of 17. He went through disappointment after disappointment. Well, as a result, The Rock says he resolved to change his life forever. And he said the change began in the weight room. He didn't make a big announcement. He just got fixed on a vision. He said in 1995, I had $7 in my pocket. And he said I knew 2 things. Number 1, I'm broke. And number 2, one day I won't be. He looked for opportunities to grow, to learn, to be the best. To grow, to learn, to be the best. The Rock said success isn't overnight. He said it's when every day you get a little better than the day before. It all adds up. He said success isn't about greatness, it's about consistency. Consistent hard work gains success. Greatness will come. So what I'm saying is all this plugging away day after day, it's adding up. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. And you know, he is one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. So I want to challenge you. Don't make the big announcement of what you plan to do. Just do it. Every morning when you get up, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 days a week, and it looks like no changes are happening, the marriage isn't improving, the promotion hasn't happened, the publisher doesn't want your book, the business isn't growing, the finances look worse, don't let it faze you, let it fuel you. Just smile and think, oh, you just wait. Your life is changing on the inside, and eventually it's going to show up on the outside. So I hope you've enjoyed that today. I'm telling you from experience, just wait and see. So our YouTube subscriber this week is Julie Secares. I'm saying Secares because I speak French, but it could be Secares. I don't know for sure. But Julie writes, thank you. She said, I watch your podcast every time it's on. I've been through a separation with my husband, and now we are rebuilding our marriage. But meanwhile, I started to read, have devotions, exercise, and write. That's awesome. She said, I started to really focus on myself to be a better me, and with God's help, everything started to change. Thank you so much for your inspiration. Julie, that's exactly what I'm saying. You know, I remember a minister told me that when my husband and I separated. He said, don't look at Rodney, you work on you. And Joyce Meyer says, God will change your circumstances, but He'll change you first. And that's what's happening, Julie. You are changing on the inside, and you're getting results on the outside. So I am cheering you on. In fact, you know, you've heard me say I changed my routine, and it changed my whole life. And I know the same will happen for you. When I go around, you know, and speak on this message, the number one question I get asked is, Terri, what does your daily routine look like? Well, if you're just a little bit curious about what my everyday looks like, I wrote out my morning routine minute by minute. Now, I want you to have my morning routine so you can just kind of pull the bits and pieces together that might work for your life and then make it your own routine. So all you got to do is click the link in the description to get a schedule of my personal morning routine. And remember, for more consistent motivation, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. You can find the handles below, or click the little red subscribe button for weekly videos to keep you inspired. And don't forget, I'm cheering you on to live your dreams. The next conference is a premier success training conference based on God's Word to help leaders grow. Join us January 25th and 26th on the lake in Rockwall, Texas, for 2 days of insight that will take your business, personal life, and ministry to the next level. You'll hear from my special guest, Chris Brown, who has 20 years of leadership experience and worked alongside Dave Ramsey at Dave Ramsey Solutions as a nationally syndicated radio host. I'll also be interviewing Gigi Butler of Gigi's Cupcakes, the largest cupcake franchise in the world. If you're ready to go to the next level, this is a weekend vital to your growth. Seats are limited and will sell out, so head over to terri.com/next to register today so you can connect with influencers, elevate your thinking, and go to the next level in 2019.